Hey guys, and welcome back to Let's Play Where's the Penguin? Alright, in the last episode of Where's the Penguin, we got to Cranky's house. Cranky Penguin's house, and in this episode we'll be going into Cranky's house. See, this is Cranky Penguin. He can do rising break and elbow smashes and all kinds of awesome stuff. Yes. Make no mistake, this is so totally the same Where's the Penguin game that we were playing last time. As you can see, the graphics have been very updated thanks to an improvement on my graphics card. However, I'm pretty sure that the audio is crapped out for some reason. I don't know. I don't entirely know why. Oh well. See, this is us. We are Diddy Penguin, and we can light ourselves on fire now since last time. Fire. And it is our job as the fire-breathing Diddy Penguin in order to actually burn down the forest. See, this is a forest, and it is our job to burn it down using fire. Lots of fire. Lots of fire. Down, 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 down. Moving on to our next mini boss. Well, our next boss fight, technically, the mid-boss All-Stars 1. Yes, because there are multiple mid-boss All-Stars fights in this game. As you can see, Diddy has also gained some new abilities, such as the ability to expose fire from his mouth, the ability to turn into a fireball while in the air, and the ability to damage enemies from touch damage. This is awesome. Other abilities are the ability to light itself on fire while on the ground, causing huge damage over time to anything that actually touches it. For some reason, enemies officially have, more stamina than they did last time. Not entirely sure why. And now that we're fighting the cloud boss of World 1, it is quite obvious that we need to have better skills than what I do in order to, be successful at this. But we have successfully defeated the cloud boss. He is so totally not a penguin. But this guy might be. Introducing the hammer boss of World 1. Now, I know what you're thinking. I didn't think there were this many bosses in Where's the Penguin 2. Well, there clearly are. As you can clearly see, this is still Where's the Penguin 2, and we're fighting all of these bosses all in a row at the same time. Yeesh. What more evidence do you need? Do I need to, post the game title again? I certainly hope not, because that went out the window a while ago. And if you weren't paying attention, then of course you don't get to see it. Moving on to our giant bird boss of World 1. Yeah, you see, there's lots of bosses in this damn game. I love this game though. It really is awesome. In order to access different moves of Diddy Penguin while he has his fire form, you need to input different button commands. For example, pressing the attack button while airborne will cause him to go into the fire wheel, while as dashing and doing the attack button will have him do a running fireball. It's probably his best move. The running fireball is probably his best move in this form. It's really cool, and it gives him several invincibility frames. Plus, it travels really fast. Next, we're fighting the whale boss of Where's the Penguin World 1. Well, Where's the Penguin 2 World 1, excuse me. So much awesomeness in this game. So many boss fights, so little time to do them all. The whale boss has the ability to summon rocks and fish. Maybe we can actually eat those fish. I wonder. I really do. And he's got a pipe. Of course he's a whale. All whales have pipes. Don't you know this, viewers? Yeesh. Make me have to explain freaking everything about this game. But it's just another reason why you should go out and go play Where's the Penguin 2. After all, it is such an advanced game for the GBA. I mean, it even looks like it has dual screen on it. It clearly doesn't, I promise you that. Because that would mean that we would be on the Nintendo DS, and we're clearly not that. I mean, Where's the Penguin didn't even have a Nintendo DS release, unless you want to count Where's the Penguin Racing. And then again, this is clearly not Where's the Penguin Racing. There's no cars in it. No cars, no vehicles, not even well, there's technically a timer, sure. But that's more for your own personal use, not like time trials and such. As you saw when the video started up, when you enter Cranky Penguin's house, you have the ability to choose from many different sorts of powers. I chose to go with fire because I like the fire power in all seriousness. I'm not very good with it, mind you, and it's not the best power, but I like going with it. And after defeating the chameleon boss, which I had no commentary for, which is weird, we go on to the next mid-boss all-stars, as you can see at the bottom of the screen. Now, mind you, I am not a fan of them using half the screen just to give us the name of the bosses, you know, tell us what game mode we decided to choose when we went into Cranky's hut. But then again, that's their choice. It's a design flaw that, you know, really probably could have been polished a bit more if they wanted to, but they clearly didn't. Yes, the evil mad scientist sumo wrestler thingamadoohickey. He is clearly not a penguin, as you can clearly see. He does not have a tail, he does not have wings, and he does not have fur. All things that penguins absolutely must have. We, however, totally have fur. Our wings are somewhere under there, and so is our tail. I think it's underneath the hair part. Next we'll be fighting the forest level 2. Level 2 forest is slightly different, mainly because now that has the ability to drop those spiky things. I believe their technical name is Gordo, which is weird because I could have sworn that there was a Caribbean game that had the same sprite and used Gordos in it too. Mind you, their Gordos were a little bit bigger and they were a bit more threatening because, you know, you couldn't just use the block command. That's something I didn't actually go over in the last video. By pressing the R button on the controller, you can have a Diddy Penguin actually go into guard. Dixie can't do it for some reason. I wonder if that's another design flaw that they never actually decided to fix. If it is, that's really sexist of Nintendo. Yeesh. Not cool. But this was the heavy lobster boss. Well, as you can clearly read, he's just a mechanical lobster, really easy to beat. Next, we're moving on to the computer virus boss, a 3-stage boss, if you will. I like the computer virus boss in this game, I do, but I have issues with the fact that guard isn't perfect against this boss unless you're using a few certain characters. Oh, well, a few certain powers, rather. It's kind of lame, in my opinion. It makes sense, sure, but I don't agree with it. And after defeating the magician virus part, we get to fight the evil knight. And as you'll notice, the fire wheel is incredibly effective here, mainly because it can hit multiple times. Hitting multiple times is usually a lot more important than having strong hits, the exception being with the hammer ability, which I won't be going over. Well, mainly because I won't be showing it. And of course, like all RPG-esque bosses, they have the ability to raise their shield in defense. Evil defense. When the virus raises its defense, it literally takes like 1/4 of normal damage. It's kind of sad, really. And of course, now we have the great dragon part of the computer virus. Again, just if you're gonna use the fire power, just use the fire wheel ability, because I find that it's the most effective. Fireball is probably really effective if you know how to time it right. But with Fireball's 4 hits at minimum, if you know what you're timing, it's really effective. You know, I was kind of hoping to do smoke on the water throughout the entire part, but I realize now that that's not exactly going to happen. I was also going to try and get a friend of mine to commentate on this, but that would require posting the raws onto YouTube, and then some of you might actually get spoiled by it. And I really don't want that. I mean, it could work, mind you, sure, but I mean, Brain Scratch Commentaries does it, and they do it really well. Speaking of, they have recently continued their commentary on Batman Arkham Asylum as of this video. You should go check it out. It's kind of cool. Other things new on YouTube at the moment, everybody's talking about Osama bin Laden's death, which is, you know, meh to me. Yes, very much meh. And Clement is officially starting his Scott Pilgrim vs. the World new game playthrough. I don't know. Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, the movie, was actually pretty fun to watch, but I don't really see it. I know it deserves its cult following because it is a decent movie. But I find myself not liking it nearly as much as a lot of the other video game fanatics out there. It's not something that I can, you know, connect with them on for some reason. Maybe I don't get a lot of the references, which is probably true. And woot, we beat the hardest boss in the game, or at least the hardest boss in this game. Yes, I do not like that guy. He is a sword wielder. And now we're moving on to the giant Aztec Star Fox Andross clone boss. If I could put any more adjectives in there without being redundant, I probably would. Rock fist, yes. What you gotta remember about this guy is that, well, being made of stone, he actually has a lot of defense. And since you can only hit his hands, you know, it gets rather difficult to deal damage to him at certain parts. You know, like this part. Yeah, evil hands. Most of the time, I find myself trying to avoid damaging him simply because it would be a lot easier for me to survive. Mountain Dew, I play Where's the Penguin incredibly defensively, because that's so totally what we're playing. If you don't believe me, just check the title of the video. It totally says, let's try to play Where's the Penguin. And if you're not going to believe the video title, then what are you going to believe? Your eyes? Everyone knows that eyewitness testimony is long dead. But the jeweled version of Andross Star Fox clone boss actually has even more defense and I think slightly more HP to boot. Also, you can't really block the falling rocks this time. You could with the normal Andross Star Fox clone boss, because well, they weren't jeweled, they weren't heavier. You could justify it as. But this guy, no. There will be no blocking free. Well, I know, unless you know you're just gonna block the hand as it comes down at you. You can totally do that, but I think the crater effect that the hand does actually does pierce guard. Makes going through this with Dixie really a pain. I don't recommend going through this with Dixie Penguin. Dixie Penguin, you know, with the lack of guard, she gets, you know, a little bit more defensive as it goes on, simply because she can't guard, and it takes longer, you know. But we have totally beaten this minigame mode. Yay! And now the reward. We have become a hero! Well, awesome. Thanks guys for watching Let's Play Where's the Penguin. We will be continuing though. Oh, there's so much more to Let's Play Where's the Penguin. Like secrets and movies! Wait a minute. It says original Kirby movies. But this is, well, Let's Play Where's the Penguin. I know that this is Let's Play Where's the Penguin. That's the game that I put in, and that's the game that I was recording, and oh no. Something has gone terribly wrong. Crap.